Hi there. Welcome to Migos and More and another model kit review. Today, I thought I'd start out a little different. As I mentioned in the previous video, I'm going to start from the beginning instead of showing you just the completed kit. I'm going to show you what you get before you even start the kit. So today we're doing this 1948 Lincoln Continental made by Lindberg. Uh, I got this, I think it was last year at a flea market. Um, it was already open, but I've already gone through it and checked it, and everything's in there is 100% complete. Nothing broken or missing or damaged in it. The box, as you can probably tell, is got a little bit of shelf wear, but nothing unusual. I do not know if this kit is still being produced or not, but it's a pretty common kit, and if you desire to find it, I'm sure it's easily and readily available online, if not in some store somewhere. But being a Lindberg kit, if you see my previous review, uh, I did on a Lindberg Cord, 1937 Cord model. The construction and ability to put the pieces together on that kit was less than desirable. I believe this is probably from the same time period as the cord. I'm pretty sure this is an old mold, uh, old dies that they used, probably from the 50s. It may have been an old pyro kit, or maybe it was even Lindbergh back then. I'm not sure. I didn't do any research on it. But it has the similar construction where everything is all separate pieces, the fenders and the doors and the trunk, and it's a little bit complicated to get together and make it look presentable. So I'm not really thinking this is going to be a good looking result, but I'll do my best. So I also realized from doing other kits that I was doing on top of this glass case, and I was having a lot of trouble with the camera focusing, so I put this cardboard or paper down so that it's a lot easier to see. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what you get in the kit. So first thing we will show you, you get a decal placement sheet, and it tells you where to put all the little decals. And here are the decals that you get. It's actually a pretty decent little set. I mean, you can see you get all these little Lincoln emblems here that go all over the car. Here's some for the dash. You get a license plate. I don't know what these end up looking like, but not too shabby. So you get that. Then you get the typical sheet. Yeah, same thing, construction instruction. It's one page, double-sided, nothing that spectacular or out of the ordinary. I mean, you see you got, like I was saying, you got all these separate little pieces that you have to assemble that normally come as one unit on more modern models. Like here's the fenders and like the trunk, like I was saying, you have to, this turns into this piece here, and here's the door side panel and the cowl, and it's sometimes quite challenging to get these pieces to fit and line up and look good. Here's the front fenders, chassis. Here's the final assemblies. So, as you can see, pretty straightforward there. You get a clear for your windshield, rear window, side windows. It doesn't give you any for the headlights, which is not something that I really like, but not unheard of in an older style kit. As you can see, a couple of these pieces on the chrome tree have come apart in the box from, being moved around a lot. Chrome doesn't look too bad. But one thing I noticed that I do not like already is here are the wheels. They're so plain. They just, I don't know, they just look really cheap and chintzy to me. Here's your spare tire. I don't know why they did that in chrome. Probably end up having to paint that. Nice grill. Nice that they have all the spaces already molded free in there, so you don't have to just paint the background black. That's a nice touch. There's your chrome tree. Then you get 4 rubber tires, and they're squishy rubber. They're nice. They got nice details. Not too much on the tread, but I mean, it is a 1940s car, so. But you can see there's not a whole lot of detail in the actual tread. But on the edge here, it's got the nice reading, and there's no name brand or anything on them. And you'll have to paint the white walls. They don't come pad printed, or even with decals, which is another thing I don't like, or decals to put on the rubber tires. They just never seem to work right for me. They never look good. And we have all the actual white trees. And as you can see, you don't get an actual body with this kit, because like I showed you in the beginning, I think these went here. Like I showed you in the beginning, the body is multiple pieces. So here's your part of your frame, and I think these are the inner door panels. Here's the outer door panels. And another feature I don't like, the other flip side is the inner door panel. It's just kind of like a cheap out version of the way they do that. And then you've got, here's your chassis pan. Not a whole lot of detail there. Here's your inner wheels. Some fenders. This one came off. And these are your front seat backs. Your hood. It's decent. Nothing underneath. No real underhood detail. Not a big deal. Not too unexpected either. And you got some more body pieces here, and some rear springs and seats. And there's your, I believe this is the front part for the engine bay. Cowl. I think this is the front seat. And then your last part, these pieces came off. These are your rear quarter panels, fenders. And here's your axle, rear axle with the drive shaft molded in. Here's your trunk area and your inside front cowl area. Dash would go here. And what else we got here? Steering wheel. Just a little look on that. Not a whole lot of detail there. I don't know what these are. That might be for the dash or something. Brace. And one nice feature that they did not give you in the Cord kit is a convertible top. As you can see on the box, they do show it here. And they also did on the Cord, but you didn't get one in the Cord kit, which would have been a nice option. So basically, that's the whole kit. Not a whole lot of pieces. Looks like it probably be fun to put together. And as I continue to put this together, I will update and add to this video until I get to the point where it is totally complete, and I will show you the finished result at the end. So until then, okay, we're back. I decided against doing a interim review on the building of the kit. I kind of like the surprise of the whole thing being done at once, instead of in stages, and you can kind of get an idea, because you don't know what color I wanted to paint it. And if I was to show you like parts of the process, you could already kind of get an idea where I was going with it. So basically it's done, and this is the rest of the review and the reveal. Here we go. That's what we have. Now, it probably doesn't look too bad to you from here, but I'm going to take the camera off the tripod and I'm going to get in close as I can. Hopefully it'll stay in focus, and I'm going to try to show you, all the little details of the car and explain the shortcomings and any positives on this kit that I can think of. So I'm going to remove this. Alrighty. Now, let me give you, and I'll do it where you can actually see it in the light better. I'm trying not to get fingerprints all over it if I can. As you can see, I decided to paint it black, and I did a beige top and a red interior. I will take the top off a little bit later and show you. Now, as you can see, you're probably looking and going, wow, it probably doesn't look too bad. But this was a complete nightmare to build. Not getting good focus here. I apologize. I don't know why it won't focus in. I thought the problem I had previously was because of this display case, and it was going through the glass and trying to focus in farther. But it appears that may not be the issue. But anyway, as you can see, you got the Continental spare tire. It came with some decals to put. Really hard to see, especially because it won't go in focus. But an idea here, maybe. There we go. That's a little better. It came with little decals you put on here, on the hubcaps, which are, I think I mentioned earlier in the video, lacking in detail. The hood ornament was just molded into the hood, whereas it should have been a separate part. You can see that. This is not up to what the original car looks like, especially you can see here on the box. This is a picture of the actual car. They wanted you to use a decal for the hood ornament right here. I mean the hood plaque, which I ended up using under the hood on the air cleaner, just so I could use it. But I mean, you know, the headlights suck. They didn't fit right. You can see they're almost like crooked in a way. I tried to do something to make them look like they actually had glass headlights in them, but it was just a lost cause. It's just very poor detail on that. They should have made that with, at the very least, they should have put some textured glass lines on there instead of it just looking like a baby moon hubcap. Anyway, hood does come off, doesn't stay open. A lot of shortcomings that I found with this kit. Again, I don't remember exactly what I mentioned in the earlier, but this whole engine was molded or completely chromed, and that just looked, it looked like a Matchbox car to me, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, for example, this battery is supposed to be down here in the real car. These horns look like they're probably about 4 times the size of what they should be for the real car. They don't give you any radiator hoses. These lines on the top here, these 6 black lines that I put, they're kind of like molded humps. They're supposed to be the spark plug wires and the spark plugs, but they look nothing like that. So I just drew or painted little lines on them so they kind of look like something, I guess. But I mean, that was, every part in that was completely chrome plated, which it looked like crap. So I did the best I could to detail it up to make it look a little bit more realistic. As far as underneath, actually, the underneath wasn't too bad. Trying not to get too many fingerprints on this if I can. Pretty much kind of one piece molded, except for, you know, the rear axle and the front axle and a couple of the cross members. That's basically what you got there. Now, as far as the interior, this kind of pops on here. It's kind of neat, actually. I've never seen one like this. It comes with the little the mechanism for the convertible top, chrome plated, and these little holes in the bottom actually lock into these little tabs down in here, so it'll kind of stay in place. It was kind of neat. Little neat setup there for that. Let me show you the inside here. Again, this was, I don't know what else I can say about it. It was just terrible. Every piece did not want to fit together. These are decals on the dash. That was chrome plated too. The whole entire dash was chrome plated. So I painted it, and then I put the decals on. I left the center, I think that's either a heater or a radio speaker. I left that chrome, and then I just painted the rest. This was almost like the worst part here, doing this windshield assembly. It came in, not counting the glass, it came in 3 pieces with the vent windows. But as you can see, probably better on the other side, they don't quite fit right. There's a gap there. You can, well, it's not as noticeable. It's probably because I did it in black. You might be able to see it better on this side. And there's like a gap here between the fenders. Didn't quite fit right. These pieces, every piece on here had to be glued together, and it was not fun to try to get all this stuff to line up right. I'm pretty sure it probably, if you really like took a ruler to it, it's probably all tweaked up and everything. But you know, from a distance on the shelf, it looks pretty decent out. I would have to give it that. I could never recommend this kit to anybody. This is, I would say, probably by far the worst kit that I have experienced building. ever. It's a shame because I really liked the vehicle, and I don't really think there's another model kit of this out there anywhere. It just would have been nice if it was a nicer kit. But at least now I have one I could put on my shelf with all my other cars. You get a good idea there what it looks like. Now, I would have probably said, if I would have done this video yesterday, that I would never ever recommend a Lindberg kit again. But I will show you the one that I still had shrink wrapped, and it's going to be one of the next couple models that I start, and I will also do a video on that. But I'll give you a real 30-second preview of that kit so you can see what I'm talking about. I will be right back. Here I am. Just to wrap up this video, this is another Lindberg kit, but you'd never know that these two kits were made by the same company. I had trepidation opening this box. I thought, well, I'm just going to do it and get it over with because it's going to be a sucky kit like this Lincoln and the Accord before that. But I'll show you real quick. When I open it up, I was shocked. I don't know how much this is going to show because of the white plastic does not like the glare. But let me try to turn this light away a little bit. As you can see, it's a one-piece body. Wow. Look at all these parts you get. Holy moly. This thing looks awesome. It is so detailed. I mean, it even has separate pieces for the chrome side moldings. It's got a little Continental kit with this one. It looks fabulous. I'm totally in shock, and I'm really looking forward to doing this one now. So look forward to that video in the future. I hope you enjoyed this video and my others. I probably will be doing some toy videos in the future as well. I'm kind of cutting my teeth on some of these. I know it's not retro blasting or anything like that, and I'm not perfect, and I don't edit them. What you basically see is me shooting it live. Sometimes I'll redo them if I have a mistake that is just unacceptable, or maybe I didn't have the camera set quite right if I was appearing and shooting it myself. But basically, I hope you enjoyed it and hope to see you again.